Do you know what we're talking about today? It shall be a surprise. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Welcome to Two Pastors and a Podcast. Do. Shh.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
It's Tuesday. It's our second Tuesday in a row.
I know, I'm so proud of us.
We're setting up bad precedent.
Right.
Let's make sure. Yep. Yeah, everyone can hear us. Okay.
Hello.
Whenever you tune in, good morning.
Good morning.
Or afternoon.
Or
whatever it is.
good shower, Missy.
I was thinking we need to, since the seasons are about to change, I was going to talk about seasons today. And we're going to talk about bursting from the seams today. But I was thinking that maybe what we need to do for our podcast is when the seasons change, we need to get new coverings and maybe a backdrop here. Not against the wall, but maybe we make like a little stand and we can like change with the seasons a little
We
bit.
have very great creative ideas, but then we actually have to do them.
And, you know, for what it's worth, when the pressure kicks in, we actually do them pretty well.
Yeah, but we've hit our limit for the year.
I know. Was it? You were talking about, youth Halloween booth,
Yes.
Fruit of the Spirit.
Yes.
And you were like, oh, well, this will be easy. We can make shirts. And I was like, no, we're not making anything. We'll buy Apple suits.
Easiest way we can do it. That's how it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
VBS still working on not being exhausted from that. I'll feel better by January. I predict it.
Okay, so you know what's kind of crazy? We just got done planning for Advent, and you still got some planning to go for kid stuff and things like that. But we just got done planning for Advent. Already been plotting out the room for Thanksgiving service. I've got decorating on the mind and all of those things. I talked to Dawn about our potential harbor Christmas, which is going to be dope. And then I was like, oh, we're done. Now we have to start thinking about VBS.
Yes.
And it's not
Be
even
the
September.
Light and then VBS.
Well, no, because Be the Light doesn't start getting planned until really February. Well, no, because Easter's early this year. So probably both at the same time because
Maybe.
VBS starts in January.
Yeah, but I already got it ordered. It gets easier as the years go, like by
But our church
planning.
has changed a lot.
This is true.
So this year is going to take a lot more like, I don't know. It's going to be changes in who's been involved and who wants to be involved and those sorts of things. So I think it's one of those kind of monumental years for VBS of just
I hope
how
it's a good one.
big can we get?
I hope it's a good one.
Oh, it'll be a good one. The music, you mean?
Yeah,
I know every other year, it's still, even this year I thought was actually really good.
I really like
This past year,
year's music.
yeah, it was really good.
The kids are still singing "Shine a Light, Shine a Light."
That
shine
was
a
a good
light."
one. That was a really good song. Yeah, I like that one. And then the Zacchaeus song.
Hey, Zacchaeus climbed down from the tree.
And I thought the dances were really good. It was really cool overall. But food truck party still takes the cake for me in my mind. And I don't know. There's something magical about that year. It was kind of like the year that it felt like God had really opened a lot of doors for the church. And we found some momentum we've never had as a church before, especially bringing you on. And there's a lot of expectation and joy, which might let you know how the last couple of years have gone. But,
Aww. Womp
womp.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love that they're doing like the seal / Winter Games theme. Is that a seal or is it a sea lion?
I think that's a
remember.
sea lion. I
Is
think
it a
he's a
sea
sea
lion?
lion this year. Yeah.
Yep, the puppet. So
Puppet's a sea lion.
it's going to be fun. I'm excited.
Winter games in the beginning of June.
Can we make it snow in the church?
Oh, we should look into, maybe someone can help us find one of those foam snow companies so that on our last day of VBS, it's a snow
That would be fun.
day.
That would be
out there.
gross, but it would be fun.
We're raising our budget.
Yep.
We're raising our budget to get
$10,000.
for what? For what? For foam.
Foam. That's all I need.
We just want fake snow. That's not too bad. So, okay, so we're already talking about that, but that's right around the corner. Be the Light's right around the corner. It's not, but it is.
It is.
For pastors. I
Yeah.
think what most people don't realize about ministry is you don't think monthly. You
Yeah.
think yearly.
Yeah.
And as soon as August hits, and you've witnessed it for a couple of years now, my mind is 6 months out.
Mm-hmm.
And quickly. Because fall and early winter is probably our absolute busiest season as a church, as far as like the things we like to do, things that kind of define who we are as a congregation. And I have to plan, like they have to be. We had a year. You remember that year where
Yeah, that was not a good. Let's not talk about that.
oh man.
That was not good.
It was a pastoral moment where it was, okay, we weren't ready this year. We let everything sneak up on us.
We were a little tired that year.
We were. And we get to Advent, and it's like, wait, what are we doing for the kids? And we
Yep.
weren't ready for that, and there was no way to really plan anything.
Yeah.
It was one of those, everything was fine. In the end, no one else would have noticed.
Right.
It's what goes on behind the scenes, where you and I were both very disappointed.
The extra stress that you put on yourself by not planning 6 months ahead is stupid.
Because you can't actually accomplish anything if you don't. Last year, so maybe to fill people in, last year was a year where you and I were like, we're getting back to the basics of focusing on those special times and making them what they deserve to be. And so we did that at Christmas time, and my heart's already happy. Ugh. I don't care what anybody says. Every time I think about Christmas, I'm so
glad it brings you joy.
I'm on cloud 9 right now. I don't care about the fact that it's going to be cold and that the next month or two after that, I'm going to be incredibly sad. But right now, I'm incredibly happy. I can smell the smells. I can see the decorations. Anyway, my heart's full of joy. Point being, last year we did Advent really well. Mm-hmm. And even Holy Week was by far, in 10 years of me being a pastor here, the best thing we've ever done. Mm-hmm. And so I'm looking forward to that again, which is super early this year. So I'm looking forward to doing that again.
That was crazy. It was like the super late this year, super early next year.
Yeah.
Like, can we please find a middle ground?
I think Easter's, April 4th in 2026 instead of April 20th.
That sounds about right.
Oh, it's wonderful, though. It's wonderful. So anyway.
We just have to get up earlier for pancake service.
Oh, that was so surprisingly good. We had a full fellowship hall of people eating pancakes
April
at
5th.
7 o'clock in the morning, which is our pancake breakfast time from here on to eternity, is our 7 o'clock sunrise pancake breakfast, whether the sun comes up or not. Doesn't matter to me. And this year it was actually really cool because the sun actually was coming up while we were having breakfast. It won't do that on April 4th, but
I
it did
think
do
we
that.
weren't sure if it was going to rain or not that day too, because the forecast changed really dramatically.
We always kind of wonder.
And we're just like, please, can we actually see the sun? We'll see.
I know. And it turned out to be a beautiful day.
It was really nice.
Anyway, I don't know. It's fun to be a pastor. It's tough because you start to get excited about things you have to wait for, which is actually like a good theological point.
This is true.
When
no
you
instant
think about
gratification in theology.
Yeah, and you think about heaven, it's like you start to visualize that, and it's like, okay, you start to get excited, but you're waiting. So like, how to do the waiting? Like, take it a day at a time. I don't know how to do it a day at a time.
He's ready for Christmas tomorrow.
Listen, I'd set it out right now if no one would get mad. All right, so get to know your pastor.
Oh, yes.
You know a little bit behind the scenes this morning, but what's your question? I know you had to do some digging.
I did. I didn't do too much digging because my eyes are tired. All right. What is your favorite store?
Store?
Store.
Ooh. I don't. I don't really have a store.
You don't like the giant Bass Pro Shop or?
I mean, I like Bass Pro Shop, but it's not like, oh, I can't wait to go to Bass Pro Shop.
Well, yeah, but like you get when you go to it, you're just like, oh, this is nice.
Walmart.
Sure.
No,
okay.
I'm just kidding.
Everybody's favorite store is Walmart.
No, I'm not much of a like merchandise shopper.
Well, me either, but I thought maybe you would have a nice store. Okay, let's
Yeah,
do
I don't
one.
really have a favorite store. That was a fail question. That's our first. That's your very first fail.
I don't think so because there was like a streak where everything got really dark.
I do remember
that.
I had an existential crisis each time.
That was not good. So
that's when you know mentally I was in a very bad place.
So I learned never ask about your hobbies or your days off.
This is fair.
Let's see. Okay. What would be your dream location to live?
Oh, that is a tough one. I'll have to go just by like what I've seen. Mm-hmm. There's some dream places I'd like to visit. Mm-hmm. And in my mind, if they look like what I think they look like, that makes me want to visit, I'd probably want to live there.
Okay.
So like Northern Ireland or Scotland or something like that. Take me back to my roots. But, you know, it's all like rosy view from a distance. I don't know if it really looks that way or not. Or if it's just that way in like a 10 square mile radius. Okay. Middle America, Rocky Mountains area, Colorado-ish, at the foot of the mountains, or Hawaii. Two very different things. I think today, I'm gonna just go with today. Maybe this will change tomorrow. I think I'd choose Hawaii.
Why?
It goes in line with just not caring anymore. If I move to Hawaii...
I don't think that you can have a farm on Hawaii, Josh.
Well, here's the thing. If I move to Hawaii, I obviously have enough money that I don't need to care about anything anymore.
Well, this is true.
So, and maybe that's not true. Maybe I'm just thinking about that mansion on the water or whatever. But I have some friends that live there, and I don't know, there's that kind of like laissez-faire kind of mosey through the day, not too, and I know that's not the norm, don't get me wrong, but I like the idea of living there and just being like, smell the ocean, hear the sound, walk the beaches, and just live simply, just live slowly. Yeah. To me, I don't know, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
So what about you? What's your dream place to live?
Well, I'm not much of an ocean girl, so.
Ironically, I'm not an ocean water guy either.
So we went to North Carolina last October for a vacation, and when we went to the coast, it just everything felt salty.
Oh yeah.
Everything, felt like you were breathing salt, and I just did not like that.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Did not like it. It was beautiful. You wake up and you open your curtains, and you're like, oh, look, it's the ocean. That's really cool. I don't want to live there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
And I think originally I would say I would like to live somewhere in the mountains, but driving through the mountains gives me very, very bad motion sickness.
But you don't have to live up in the mountains. You can live at the base of the mountains.
Right, but if I'm going to live in the mountain, I want to live in the mountain. You know what I mean? I'm a hermit at heart. So I think probably I always liked going up to Michigan. It's really pretty up there.
Michigan is beautiful.
I know it snows a lot, so that's kind of like, but I don't have to leave my house if it snows a lot. So that's also a plus.
This is not wrong. It's not wrong.
So I might, like, a lake house on Michigan would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
I would like that.
Yeah. Listen, in the fall, I thought Indiana was beautiful, but when you get northern Michigan closer to the Upper Peninsula in the fall time, holy cow. Holy cow.
It's very beautiful.
Beautiful up there. And there's a lot to do outdoorsy.
Yeah.
That's what people don't realize about Michigan is, the winters are pretty rough. But in the spring and the summertime, or at least in the summertime, there's a lot of beautiful things to do and see up there. So,
and like I said, I don't like leaving my house in the winter anyway, so it's a win-win.
This is fair. Online Children's Church.
Yep. Woo.
That's how we do things in Michigan. Okay.
Everybody call into Zoom.
You were talking about the ocean, though, and you're right. I remember the first time when we moved to Lake City, it was the first time I'd spent any real amount of time living in Florida. And we went to a wedding in Daytona, and we stayed at a little hotel there on the ocean. And I'll never forget that. It just, everything felt wet and salty everywhere. Yeah. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, you'll get used to that.
No,
and
I don't think I will.
You actually do get used to it, but you're not wrong. Like, you feel this kind of not humid wet, like in the middle of Florida where it's just miserable and no one should ever live. Sorry, guys, I love you, but no one should live there. It's got that ocean breeze,
and it's like got this haze.
Everything
constantly.
you're just salty and kind of damp all the time. I get that,
and I also don't love. I just don't love the ocean. Like I'll get in with my kids and stuff, but I'm just like, this feels sticky. I don't like. It's starting to mess with my. I don't have sensory issues until I get in the ocean, and then I'm just like,
I mean, the ocean water does feel different.
I don't like it.
The ocean water does feel different.
I'm very Anakin Skywalker. The sand is annoying. It gets everywhere.
It's actually kind of weird when you think about people go in the ocean. You don't even think about it. You just wade out as far as you feel comfortable. Yeah. And then if someone takes a drone up, you start to see what's swimming around you.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Like, I don't know, like manta rays and stuff like that. We go to Panama City Beach when we go because we love Panama City Beach. It's just kind of serene and kind of calm. The water's calmer. They bring in all the white sand so it's fluffy or whatever. You go at the right time. It's a really fun place to be. But yeah, here they come. Nope. School of manta rays. And it's like, what would happen if you stepped on one of those? Oh, hey, look at the millions of miniature jellyfish that are floating. It's like, and then you see sharks out in the bay. I've caught sharks out there. Like, you're swimming with those things. It's kind of, it is a lot.
I even don't like whales are docile, giant beasts that I'm terrified of.
Well, until they're not docile.
Exactly.
Or they just.
I watched a video of a guy getting swallowed by a whale. I watched that video. You can't tell me that there's not a little bit of danger
there
in
is.
the ocean.
There is. There absolutely is. Because they're like a Great Dane.
Yeah.
Great Dane, my favorite dog on the planet.
Doesn't realize how big it is.
No. It's a lap dog. It's a little purse dog.
Yep.
That's all bones and 100 pounds.
And like 50 million elbows.
So that's a whale.
Yeah.
Whale, when you're on the boat, is like, oh, I want to play with you.
No, I don't.
And they don't realize that they're actually going to kill you.
Yes. So me and the ocean we're not friends.
I did catch.
Sorry, Moana.
I did, when I went fishing in the Gulf, I did catch shark. That was a really fun experience. What kind? Just little reefer sharks. And they weren't huge. They were just a few feet long. About that big around. That was the coolest thing ever, though. I didn't know what to expect. What they would feel like. It's leather.
Yeah.
No scales.
Yeah.
Those things, they are the perfect killer. And they have nothing dragging them.
And you should not be in their environment.
And they glide through the water. But that was cool, man. Catching those sharks, pulling them in, looking at their teeth up close. That was really awesome.
I don't like the ocean.
I know.
You know those videos that they have where they yo ho.
Yeah.
You know, and they show you like underneath the water. And like it makes my heart just start bumping as fast. And I'm just like, this is not.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
This is not okay, guys. I don't want to know what's under me.
We would pull up.
No.
You know, we were at this little shipwreck. We were fishing at the shipwreck. And that's why the sharks came, because we had caught a lot of fish. He had these little sister fish. They're like pencils.
Yeah.
They flap around and blood squirting everywhere. And they're like, you can't eat them. They're all bones and they bleed a lot. Well, yeah, they bleed a lot. Obviously. It was everywhere. It was like, looked like a horror scene. And then we pulled in puffer fish and they come up and you know, and they're like, float. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I can touch it. What do you do with this thing, you know? Oh, so fishing in the Gulf is a lot of fun, but I'm not swimming.
Nope, sure not. That's a pass for me. We went to Texas a few years ago, and Keith's sister took us to Galveston, however you say it.
Texas?
Yep.
Yeah.
And we swam in the Gulf, and that was like salty, warm bath water.
Yes. And it doesn't have the current. No. Not all the time. Sometimes it does.
Yeah, but it's not even like relaxing.
It's different. When did you go? What time?
Well, we went in July. So it was already really, really hot.
And then the water
was hot. And I'm just like, this is not fun for me, guys. Don't like it.
I agree. I don't like sweating on a beach. Okay, well let's
enough about beach hate.
Missy, by the way, says, "Oh, she made it." And she says her favorite store is Kirkland's. And she loves the ocean.
Yes, we know.
And anywhere she doesn't have to wear a winter coat.
Yep, that's fair.
That's also Hades.
Yep.
I don't think you I'm just kidding. Kidding.
Oh, I didn't say my favorite store. I'll answer the question. Mine is Barnes & Noble or Books A Million or any hand-me-down bookstore with a coffee shop attached to it. That's my favorite store.
That's fair. Should do that here someday, because that's part of our roadmap. Well, part of our roadmap is a coffee shop.
I will be volunteering for
that. But if we did do that with like a bookstore, that would be really cool.
Yes. We have a section for Pastor Josh's favorites, a section for Pastor Caitlin's favorites.
And that's it.
That's all you need.
It's all you need. It's all you need. So how about in the comments, if you watch it later, what's your favorite store? And
where's your dream
place to live? Yeah. Would love to hear that. And Missy says, oh, yes, bookstores.
Oh, duh.
I used to like Barnes & Noble. I had a bad taste in my mouth.
Well.
Last time I went, I went with Carrie in Lafayette. So it wasn't the last time I went, but it had been several years from what I'm going to tell you till I went with Carrie. And then I was just over it anyway because I was a bit overwhelmed. I went on a date in Kansas City and took this girl out, and we went to the plaza, and Barnes & Noble was there in the plaza, and we went to the plaza, and I was buying cookbooks because I bought some Gordon Ramsay cookbook or something because I love to cook, and back then I thought I could actually do it. And then she never called me back.
So it's not the bookstore's fault?
I mean, kind of.
No.
If it wasn't for the bookstore.
Well, then blame Gordon Ramsay.
If it wasn't for the bookstore, my life might be totally different.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Well, speaking of seasons, one of the things, and this kind of attaches to getting to know your pastor a little bit more. I don't know if you would agree with this or not in the years that you've come to know me. But I think people are going to find out in short order that I decorate like a banshee.
Yes. Yes.
And it's fall time.
It's time.
So
it's like that meme of Mariah Carey defrosting.
Yeah.
Josh is always defrosted for decorating.
Yes. As soon as August hits, you start to see it.
Yep.
You know, oh no, something's happening here.
Here it comes.
Oh, here's what Keith says. He says, UP Lake House. I agree with that 100%. Like right outside Cedarville or something like that. Yes, 100%.
Yep. Maybe that's why I picked it.
I will show you guys. Actually, Keith, low-key, I want to show you a property that has 2 houses on it and a lot of acreage that we can go halvesies on and turn it into a Airbnb, and then we get to go up anyway. That's this is okay, Missy. I didn't say today. It is almost fall, and then
It's the end of August.
he says UP Lake House, Caitlin Hart, and then he says and bookstore with coffee, Hart.
Yes.
About the only 2 things we have that match. LOL.
They don't have. Do they have any racetracks up there that he can go to?
Oh yeah. So what's really cool is they have like up in the UP in the wintertime, they have their UP 500 or something, which is a snowmobile race every year, which is a really big deal.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Not that I would go to it, but that sounds fun.
That would be really fun. Anyway, maybe race snowmobiles. Where's McLaren? They're up there in the UP. So I love to decorate. You're going to find that out in short order, but I've already got on the calendar when I'm going to come in and kind of get my bearings for fall decorating this year, which is the first Saturday of September. I think that's September 3rd or something like that. You good?
Yep.
But I thought I'd share it today, and I'll bring it up on Sunday. But if we've got a lot of newer folks, if and only if, because it's not like a cracking the whip thing, but if you have a keen eye and a love for decorating and planning decorating, visualizing, even like the photo booth, I would love for you to come talk to me.
And you are okay with being micromanaged by the decorating king?
Well, I'm not a micromanager in this, but I have high standards.
Which is why I am not on the decorating committee.
Missy's going to help. Yes, Missy, you will help. But, if you would like to help, get to know me a little bit more, because you might find out you hate working with me. But
this is true.
We have a lot of fall bands of decorations, and September, in my mind, I was kind of going back and forth, like, when do we decorate for fall?
September.
And I was like, well, I don't want to decorate. I redid the visuals for Sunday, and I was like, well, I don't want fall stuff on the visuals yet, because it doesn't feel like fall yet. But is September like a good time to transition to fall colors? I think so. So do that. And then being a part of that as well, we got our Thanksgiving service coming up. That's closer than people realize. So part of that is learning how to decorate, how we do that. And then right after the Thanksgiving service, that Sunday afternoon, we decorate for Christmas. So I am a decorating banshee. And
especially in the fall time.
In the fall time.
And winter.
Well, in the wintertime, I'm just depressed. So that's the time where I won't micromanage. And as long as you keep it going so that when I come in here, I don't feel on the outside like I feel on the inside, we're okay.
Well, I think it's funny, we're talking about how we try to schedule things in advance. He has his depression already scheduled.
Oh, yeah.
It's January 1st through March.
Well, yeah, even sometimes through April. It's a long 4 months for me.
Bad seasonal depression.
Oh.
No fun.
It's one of those things every year. It's like, should I? It's tough being a pastor for 4 months every year, because it's hard to take care of me. And I start to detach and disconnect, and that can be, there are people often, I don't mean to, it just kind of happens.
Does your happy light help you with that?
No, it gives me headaches.
Oh, that's dumb.
It doesn't give me headaches like a migraine headache. It was just like I felt like I had some pressure, like pushing my eye like that. When it was very weird. It was very uncomfortable. Now I try to power through it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got an extra if you want it.
I might.
You can take it.
It probably will give me a
It's got warm,
migraine.
and it's got yellow and white, so you would need the yellow color. But I would be careful with it, though, because it definitely felt like if I had migraines, it would trigger migraines. Yeah. If you struggle with seasonal depression,
we
could
start a group.
You are not alone. You are not alone. So anyway, I think that's why I get so excited about fall.
Yeah.
And decorating for the fall, because I'm out of that misery, and I'm looking forward to so much. And so I just capitalize on that energy as much as I possibly can.
You know what I think of when I think of fall?
What?
Constant sickness. And that started last week.
Oh, yeah. See, I already got it out of the way. I'm good all winter except for the stomach bug.
Guys, every year, it never fails around December time for
I know.
me.
I always get a little stressed out and nervous. We got a lot of little kids now, too, so you know it's coming. Although,
Please don't bring your children to church if they're sick.
well, listen,
Love Caitlin.
well, the girls were just saying they had to clean the gyms. Hand, foot, and mouth has gone around the schools like crazy.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, and we have a couple, I won't name them on here, but we have a couple of church members that just got over it too. Their
It's
kid
such a
got
pain.
over it, and then they got, or one of them
Literally,
got it.
it's such a pain.
It is terrible. It is
Man,
terrible.
I
So
did
they've
see
already
that.
been going through that, and then this like early, late summer cold, which we
That
got.
was weird. 2 weeks in. You got it like a weekend to school.
Yeah. And it was
craziness.
like all that like sore
Yeah.
throat, and then went to sneezing, and no real cough for me, sneezing and just congestion.
Yep.
And then I had a really painful sinus headache at the end of it for a couple of days last week when I was at work. I just couldn't sleep. It was just a stabbing pain. Anyway, sick time is here. I understand. I don't care. I'm still happy.
I'm so glad you're happy.
I'm still happy. Get sick all you want.
No, please don't.
No, please.
Everybody
please
stay
don't.
healthy.
Yeah, please
Take
stay
your
healthy.
vitamins.
Yeah,
Wash
that's
your
right.
hands.
That's right.
Don't give hugs.
Don't hug for a whole 6 months.
Maybe that's why you have seasonal depression. You don't let people hug you because everybody's sick.
That could be. It is.
I feel like that correlates.
It might be true. I do dodge people a lot.
This is funny.
I sleep in the basement a
Yep,
lot.
yep.
Yeah, because Carrie starts to get. I'm like, nope, nope, I'm out. I mean, that maybe it is like a. When they do those studies of kids that
They
grew up
do,
without physical
yeah,
touch
yeah,
and kids that did,
yeah.
like I'm the kid without physical
Yep.
touch. Yeah, maybe that's it. So there's the cure for seasonal depression that no one ever knew is just let people hug you.
and get sick.
And get
But at least
sick.
you won't be depressed.
No. Well, I was just telling Jennifer on Sunday, my problem with getting sick, man, we're on a tangent, but my
okay.
problem with getting sick, I was just a cold. I'm telling you, my paranoid anxiety stuff, I'm seriously saying, like,
I'm going to die.
I've got cancer.
Yep.
I just have a cold, but there's cancer in the brain somewhere, or this is way, not maybe it's not cancer, maybe it's something way worse, and I just don't know what it is, and this is my last day on earth.
And here I am stuck in bed because I don't feel good. Waste of a last day. That should be one of my questions. Never mind. I
Okay,
write that
good.
down.
Oh, you got that down.
I got that for next week.
Oh, yeah. Long story short, decorating is coming up. If you like to decorate and you have a really keen eye and you got kind of a modern keen eye that likes to be creative and think outside the box and think new, talk to me. Because I would love to have help this year for sure. And even planning when it
Yeah.
comes to Thanksgiving service. And now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is Thanksgiving service, which leads us to the real elephant in the room, which is our church right now is experiencing unprecedented amounts of growth all at the same time.
Yes.
I have not, in my 10 years of being pastor here, ever come close to this kind of like, what would you call it?
Boom?
Boom?
Like,
yeah, this
we are
this
in our
boom.
baby boomer phase.
We're
Not
in-
even a baby
we
boomer.
are in a
We're in a
boom
boomer phase.
You're in a boomer phase. Never seen it in 10 years.
No, it's crazy.
You're starting to see, I was thinking about it the other day, when you get a boom like this, if you get a boom, and this doesn't happen very often anymore, really at all,
Yeah.
it tests
Everything.
it tests everything. You start to see the, not tension in like an argumentative way, but you start to see like the structure, like the tension on the structure. like pressing out, and you're, from a pastor's perspective, it's like, where's it going to hold? Where's it going to break? And, kind of catching me off guard a little bit. And I was just telling you a little bit ago, I'm thinking, man, my test as a leader is, how do we navigate this and do it right at the right time in the right ways?
Exactly.
So that not only does it accommodate, do we accommodate and relieve the tension, again, not argumentative, but the structural tension, but also allow us to keep moving in that direction, which that's the big, So Sunday, and really the past 4 Sundays, just the most drastic turnaround on a Sunday morning we've ever seen. That is lingering, consistent turnaround. Sunday was the first time in 10 years. Now, I took 20 chairs out when we reset the sanctuary. Took 20 chairs out because we've not had near 100 people on a Sunday morning in the sanctuary. We've had lots of kids and those kinds of things.
When it was in the round, it was 100 chairs.
We had 100 chairs when with the old setup.
Yeah.
100 chairs in here. We'd never come close to filling all those chairs up. Never. And so when we kind of switched things back to what we've been doing, I took out 20% of our chairs and I set them aside because I wanted to compress people, have people sit closer together, which does make it feel like critical mass more because there's less of a gap. And it really did work. When we're singing and stuff, people are combined, so it sounds more together. It feels more condensed, so you feel like there's a lot of people here, and there are. And Sunday was the first year in 10 years of being a pastor here where I actually had to start adding chairs to accommodate people, which is a really cool thing. But it shows like the tension on the structure of, okay, how do we do this? So we have 100 chairs, and I think when we counted it out, we got about 66 chairs that we have set up, not counting the kids' chairs that we set up on the side for the kids' church stuff. So 66 chairs for general layperson.
General admission.
Yes. Most people don't realize that when is a church full? Like what's kind of the marker? And we've always said in church circles that 80% capacity is a full church. Why? Because visitors or stragglers will come in and they will look in and see, let's say when there were 100 chairs in here, 80 chairs are full. Well, if there's gaps, maybe a chair gap, where are you going to sit? You will look at that and be like, oh my goodness, where are you going to sit? And you saw some of that on Sunday. So 66 chairs. We had over 50 adults in the sanctuary on Sunday. So you're way over 80%.
Yep. We were full.
It felt it. You felt it. And it felt really good. It was awesome. To add chairs was awesome. But it was full.
Yeah.
It was really full. So we'll keep doing that for a little while. But we're packing out.
Yeah.
And I had a message I need to respond to. I got it late on Sunday, and then yesterday I unplugged. I got a message that says that there's a potential 10 more people on the way.
Yeah. Where?
This is a really beautiful moment for the church. How do we navigate that? Hold people together, make room, that kind of thing. We got to be able to articulate really well as a church who we are, our culture, our vision, those kinds of things. So there's a lot of work going on today on getting our vision statement put around the church and bringing things up to this kind of new era that we're entering as a church. But there's a lot going on here. And why I bring up the Thanksgiving service is you and I just ordered
a cart.
A table
I don't
cart
even care about anything
with
else.
8-foot tables, plastic tables, thank goodness. And we were out here measuring last week.
With a roof. No, we had
Well, we had a measuring tape. We found it. We were out in the sanctuary measuring how much room we needed between tables and chairs to give room to back in, scoot in, scoot out, that kind of thing. And so we ordered these 8 long tables, and we thought, okay, we'll put these long tables on the ends. They'll seat 64 people just on the sides. And then can we fit 10 round tables in the middle to make it look pretty?
We'll see.
And that'll put us up to like 104 chairs.
Yeah.
Well, Thanksgiving service is one of our most attended days, obviously, because it's the best thing ever.
Day ever.
It is the best day ever.
I'm already dreaming about Sue's noodles.
Oh, Sue's noodles. Yeah. See, I'm not a noodle guy, but I know that many people look forward to Sue's noodles.
I do.
I just look forward to absolutely stuffing my face, which I did wrong last year. I'm still bitter about that. I'm still bitter, and I'm making up for it. I'm on keto right now. I'm miserable right now. I'm starving right now, and then I'm going to gradually stretch my stomach back out so when Thanksgiving Day gets here, I hammer it.
There you go.
I've got it all planned out, people.
And then back on keto.
And then back on keto after Christmas because I'm sad.
Yep.
And I need to get back under control. Anyway, so it's like 104 chairs. Well, here's the thing. We're averaging almost 70 people a week. I think, oh no. Is 104 chairs going to be enough?
I mean, it's going to have to be because I don't think.
I got 15 rounds, but they won't fit.
I don't think we'll
so
fit
here's
in here.
so here's the So here's the number one thing when I say like you have boom.
Right.
And the tension, what's going to give, what's going to hold, what's going to pop.
Is pregnant.
Yeah, that's 100% what it feels like right now. But we don't have maternity pants on.
No, and we got to shift some organs around.
Right? Yeah, that's where we are. We're going to have to make some big faith moves.
Yep.
Which is insane to think about. Building. We have to.
Yeah.
We have to finish the other side.
So
we have no choice.
We have, for those of you who have not seen, the other side of our church is an unfinished sanctuary, basically.
Yep.
Right now it's storage and has giant anthills all over the place.
Yeah.
But it has the potential to be a very nice space. And it fits how many?
300.
300, which is a very good number. And it costs a lot of money.
Potentially an enormous amount of money. But I think God's blessed us, and we've seen a couple of things, and we're going to find out this week. I am, right now, and this is why I'm bringing it up in the podcast. I thought I'm going to talk about it on Sunday.
Yep.
But maybe this will be like a good kind of casual, relaxed kind of introduction of it. I'm already assembling a group of people who are going to be doing, starting to coordinate the planning and getting bids and, figuring out the cost of making this happen. We're calling it kingdom building. That's kind of our beyond tithes. Our kingdom building kind of fills the rest of the bucket of doing ministry. So that's where kingdom building is going to go. So I'm already assembling a group of people to do that. We know as a board that we are going to be collecting all of that data, and then we're going to be scheduling some church meetings over the next month to start filling you in on what the cost might be.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing is that when the building was built, even though that side wasn't finished, it was built and finished.
Yeah.
So it's not a new construction project. Yeah. It is a remodel at this point. We just need to follow the plans and not put up anything new structurally.
No, we don't have to tear anything down. It basically is bare bones.
That's right. It's just bare bones. It's a shell back there. And to your point, if you haven't seen back there, on a Sunday after service, we'll move the cafe table out of the way, and we'll just let you go back there and dream a little bit and look at it. It's a beautiful space.
It is.
It
will be beautiful.
It will be really awesome back there.
We love being back there.
Oh, it's my favorite thing right now.
It's great.
It's terrible. So you'll get to go back there. So we will be bringing before the church, here's what we need to do. part of that as well right now, we've already talked about, like, so where's the other tension at? Well, our parking lot. A parking lot everyone knows, has always been kind of rough.
Especially in the
we're
winter.
blessed with it. We're blessed with it, but the winter is a nightmare.
It's really rough.
So we've already decided as a board to bring people in to give quotes to add a concrete pad on the north side of our building. That's our second drive. We have a second drive over there. And having those 6 to 8 or however many, when I say handicap parking, I want to make it clear. When we make handicap parking at the church, it's for people who are using walkers and canes and have a very hard time walking around.
Yeah.
Just because you have a handicap sticker in your car, that's not what we mean. Like we want to make space for those who really need the stable ground to get into the church.
Yeah.
So we've already got that going because we've recognized our church is aging, but we want to be more hospitable to those who have a hard time getting around. And we want them to be safe.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time. Through the whole year. So I've already been doing that. We've got bids coming in for HVAC on this side so the airflow is better. There's all these like tension. It's a parking lot, building, and then these special services that make up who we are. Whether it's Harbor Halloween, to Thanksgiving service, to special services, whatever. Like we do things in a very peculiar way here. 4th of July services, those, cookouts and VBS celebrations and family Sundays and those. We do things on a very kind of grand scale. We just don't have a lot of room. And now we're booming.
And now we really don't have any room.
And we really don't have any room. It is a really beautiful problem to have.
It is.
I'm not complaining. But it's tension.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, how are we going to navigate this? We start averaging 80 people on a Sunday, and I got to bring out the 100 chairs.
Yeah.
We're not going to have that finished in a month.
No. Oh, sorry. No,
It'll take at least 2 months just to get all the approvals we need. Maybe it'll take a month to finish it out. Maybe it'll take 2 months, but it's going to be a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, how do you make room? We have to keep growing. We don't want to stunt that growth, and then you stay packed, and then people get frustrated because they can't park. You brought this up earlier when we were talking about it before the podcast. We've had people kind of just get frustrated and just trying to gradually drift out because it was just hard to get here and it was hard to be here. And you start to feel uncomfortable. And visitors see the parking lot, it's like they're full. There is no. So we have to figure something out in the interim time too. So as we boom, it's like okay, 2 services. That's where you got to go. Now I'm not saying we're doing that right now. I'm just saying when you have to think ahead, it's like.
That's
you got to keep growing.
Right.
Okay, so Josh, why are we talking about growing? Needing to keep growing. And why is this tension so challenging and not just all right, let's take that.
Right.
Let's get that loan. Let's get that side finished. We need to buy more chairs. We need to do this. And then boom, we move in and we're good to go. And it's celebratory. It's awesome and incredible. Because we're booming numerically with people, but financially we're dipping. And it's a really challenging time. And this is what happened. This is what's happened kind of at every crest that we've hit. This is where my challenge is as a leader. Okay, this time we've got to get over this hump. But financially, we're not, and we know this, you grow as a church, financially you grow way slower than you grow numerically. But we've been kind of in this kind of pit and up and down for years here with consistency and real tithing. And what I'm hopeful is that people are recognizing there's this boom going on. Hey, this is our responsibility. If I don't be faithful with what God's calling me to do, this will crumble.
Yeah.
And it will. It will. Like I said, like you get to a point where people just start getting frustrated and they just stop coming as regularly because it's a hassle.
Yeah.
Then the insides cave in and you're right back at where we were, 6 or 9 or 12 months ago. So it's a very challenging time. It's a great challenge for our church, but my biggest concern as our pastor is I don't know right now until we start seeing some fruit of this. I don't know financially how we're going to accommodate all that we need to accommodate, the extra pressures, all the added needs and the space that we need, and as we grow, that does hand in hand mean compensating you more appropriately. That's not sure, it's uncomfortable for you, but it's not for me. Like we're not abusing people here. So there's a lot of play here. So it's going to be a challenging time for our church, but it's we'll talk about this on Sunday a little bit in a more kind of eloquent way. But I thought for the podcast, it might be good initially to just acknowledge that, wow, God's doing something really cool here. And then at the same time, be, hair frazzled. What are we going to do?
Yeah. It makes me think a lot of like small scale when we had the children's church boom. And we had to move everybody around and make changes. And luckily that didn't cost any money.
Not a lot, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an interesting time. It's a beautiful time to be at Harbor, to be a part of what God's doing, and the kind of church we're going to become, and the bright days that are ahead. I just wasn't expecting it. I don't think anyone could expect that, but we weren't expecting it.
And I get that, when you first start coming to a church, how long did you say it takes? Like 6 months for you to start feeling like settled?
I give 6 months. It takes about 4 to 6 months, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't have any statistics for that, but I've been around long enough to see, like, sometimes you can get excited for a couple of months, and then it's like, wait, this operates a little differently than I was ready.
Yeah.
Or you'll learn a little more theologically, and it might be.
Right.
So we're very purposeful at giving people 6 months before they become members, because it's important to get to know not the programs, but the people. Uh-huh. You gotta figure out if you like the people that are here, and they're good people. Yeah. I think you should like them, but sometimes there's rubs.
Yeah.
We've got people all over the gamut in how they view life and stuff. And I'm a pastor of grace. It's like we're all on a journey here. Yeah. Let's what do they call it? Unity in the essentials.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they say it for the non-essentials, but I'm going to say grace for the non-essentials. So I really push the essentials. That's why we do the Apostles' Creed. It's why, and I don't preach cultural issues. Right. I don't give a rip about that. But, you got to be able to understand you're in a church with different people. And sometimes and it's okay. Some people that rub is not okay. It's hard to... It's hard to have discourse in our culture because we are taught to hate and argue and yell and not be able to. Dan Boone, Mike gave me the book the other day, and it's been out for a long time, to have charitable discourse. Yeah. One where it's in the non-essentials. We can have conversation and not hate each other or feel like, oh, I'm the only one here and I'm just mad and I'm going to go. We've seen that happen in every church. On any discussion point. So I do the 6 months because it gives you time to get to know people. It's why we push people, in a tiered step 1, step 2, step 3 kind of process of like coming on Wednesday night, getting to know people. Fellowship is so important. Yeah. Those 30 minutes on a Wednesday night, they're really important. Those third Saturdays, they're really important. Why? Because they're designed for you and I to get to know each other. Yeah. And so grace is big for me here. So 6 months. Go ahead. I don't know what you were saying.
I don't remember what I was going to say. I don't know.
Oh, well, for it's going to take sometimes, and gladly not every time, but sometimes it takes those 6 months before someone starts to learn their responsibility financially for a church.
That's where I was going with it. It does take some time to call a church your home church.
It does.
And so I feel like even though we're called to tithe at any church that we attend, we take a little time to warm up.
It's good time.
It's a good time, and it's good to learn. And so I want to encourage people to, if you want this to be your church, come to all of our fun stuff.
Oh, yeah.
come to Wednesday night refuels, get to know what we're really about. Come to Third Saturdays. They're a lot of fun. I promise I won't bite. I might get a little competitive, though. I love game day. And make it your priority so that you really know what it is that Harbor is about.
And that will make you excited about where we're heading.
Yeah.
And what, when, especially for those of you who are newer to the church, I'm so excited for you to be a part of the church this fall. It does show you my happiest side. But it also shows the kind of heart we have here.
Yeah.
And we're not sticks in mud. We love to think outside the box and dream and imagine and kind of go from the cuff sometimes. And decorating is a great visual of that as we kind of think through that every year. So I am really, really excited for those of you to be here. You're going to see the best sides of us at, what I think we've all come to say is our best Sunday every year, which is the Thanksgiving service. Mm-hmm. And to bring it full circle, we want that to stay a part of who we are.
Yeah.
I really do believe it's possible to grow as a church and not lose your sense of smallness. Mm-hmm. We're on the way to becoming a medium-sized church, and that's a beautiful, blessed situation to find ourselves in. We can do that and be faithful to this kind of tight-knit, small, we love each other, we might all be different, but we still love each other, and we're hospitable and kind of feel like home. And so, as we finish out the other side, if he opens the door for us to do that, if we kind of show up to make that happen, Thanksgiving service gets to keep going.
Yeah.
How we do those eat around a table and worship at the same time services, which sounds so weird at first for people who've never been a part, but when you know what's coming, you're like, yeah, that's really cool. We get to keep doing that. We get to do it comfortably and not feel like we're the kids that, are going through a growth spurt and mom's still making us wear pants that are up to our,
knees.
Yeah, up to our knees. A really beautiful time. If I think about scripture real quick, to give us some hope, and I think they navigated it really differently. And honestly, it was way beyond a Sunday morning. It's how they ordered their lives day to day. But I think of Acts chapter 2-4. And Pentecost had come, and Peter boldly proclaims the gospel to these crowds of people. And they're cut to the heart. They're like, what do we do? And Peter tells them what to do. And then what do? Like thousands were added to their number in that day. Which means that the disciples, were instantly strained.
Yeah.
Like, how do we? And you see it kind of play out through Acts when they start appointing people like over the widows. You get Stephen and others to supply for people's needs. And the disciples were like, hey, we need to be doing this teaching stuff. We need to be talking about the gospel. So we need to delegate and, all this stuff. And as the church, these thousands added together, let's just start organizing themselves and whatever. But my point being, for me and for you and for us as a church, they were able to be stretched because everyone recognized that they had a viable part to play in that. And their lives changed. The way they lived their lives changed. And it was centered around this community of people. And I think the way we do it here changing our mentality of how we view our building, how we view our Sunday mornings, and how we view just our lives together will make the biggest difference in us moving forward and keeping that tight-knit, small church feel, even though we're growing out of right now a small church. And, let's not over-glorify small church, because we tend to do that sometimes.
Yes.
It's like the same, it's like the pendulum swings from like anti-big church to like this, oh, I love a small church.
No, you don't.
I mean, I do, but there's a lot of struggles. So, but we can keep. But people are talking about the heart. I want to keep the heart.
Yeah.
We need to do that together. It was the whole community coming together in Acts chapter 2 that learned how to do this together, and they ate together in the they worshiped together in the temple. They ate together. They sang praises together. They did all this together all the time. That's how you hold it all together. We can do it. We can do that. We can maintain our identity and this feeling that we have here, and celebrate God stretching us.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited about the days ahead, but it's our responsibility together. And if you're watching our podcast, and maybe you're a friend of somebody, and you should, church people, share it, especially this one. This is a good one to share. And you're thinking about, man, I don't just want to go to church. I want to go be a part of something where it's obvious God's doing something, where people are excited about the future and not in despair about, oh, the world's caving in. No, God's not done with the world. We're Wesleyan people here, and God's not done with the world. And you see it with what God's doing in this church. If you want to be a part of that, like, this is a great time to be a part of a church where you get to learn an identity, see that, there's room for me here. The sign out front is real. Like, you are welcome here. Everyone's welcome here. And we make room for that. And you can be a part of making a lot of things happen. For you as the church, though, that come here, like, you're an integral part of easing up on the tension and giving options. And this is your thing. Like, God's not brought you here to watch other people make more room. God's brought you here to be a part of what God's doing in expanding this church called Harbor Nazarene Church. So I want to invite you into that more faithfully, to think about that and say, wait, this is my responsibility. We can the walls can cave in, or we can be a part of God doing something really awesome. And you are a part of God doing something really awesome. And I want you to really be able to own that. And so come in and look at the other side and celebrate that that's going to get done. It will be done before next summer. It has to. And if it's not, we know what that means. We know it means we froze. Yeah. And we just stayed where we were. And we don't have to do that this time. So let's get over the hump. We'll talk about it more on Sunday. But I'm really excited that, at least for this church, there's a little bit more of a Pentecost movement going on than maybe we've experienced in 10 years. So,
amen.
Well, thanks for joining us today. And we will catch you next week. Are we not doing Quick Fire Thursdays anymore? Let's not overdo it. We've been busy, and we're busier. So let's not do that. Oh, by the way, refuel tomorrow.
Yes.
1 to 2:30.
Yes.
I believe the afternoon group is in the little Sunday school, the Sunday school material. It's session 6. But reach out. I'll send a flock note to clarify with everyone. In the evening, we start our series tomorrow on the 7 deadly sins and the 7 corresponding virtues. And we want to push you beyond what you're not just what you're against, not being known for what you're running from, but really becoming more and more aware of what God's calling you into and who God's calling you to become, and the discipline in your life for the sin that kind of holds you closely. The discipline in your life that can break you free from that and really lead you to life, and not the other way around. So tomorrow we're actually going to learn about original sin, properly so-called, and improperly so-called, and where 7 deadly sins fits in that, and why we call them 7 capital sins, and what, So it's going to be a really fun kind of opening time of everyone kind of guessing, what is this, and what do you think this is, and what do you think this, and what do you think the virtue might be, and then kind of going through the next several weeks of refuel and learning what each one of those is, and kind of comparing, did I have it right? Was I close? What have I learned about it? Is this me? Is this my signature sin? That's what Michael Mangus calls it. So I'm really excited about that. So that's at 6 o'clock to 7:30. And refuel last week was incredible. Kids had a good time. There were a lot of teenagers here. They had a good time.
And the kids are not talking about the 7 deadly sins.
They are not. They're talking about animals, which is really cool. But that's going on. So come with your kids, because Pastor Caitlin's got you. Her husband Keith's got the kiddos in the foyer, the teenagers, and then we'll be back in the fellowship hall as adults, just kind of learning. So bring a dessert, or it doesn't have to be sugary. Bring whatever you want, just something small to share.
Snack. Yeah.
Make sure you bring something to share. It's the way you learn. It's teaching yourself to contribute.
Yes.
So even if it's small, it's just your act of, I'm bringing something to the table.
Yeah.
So come right away, on time, if you can. If you can't, it's okay, but try to get here on time and get to know each other. That's how we're going to maintain small church feel, even as we're growing. So be a part of that, and come expectant. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll be doing a lot of work for that today and tomorrow. So
It's going to be good.
hey, guys, love you. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
See ya. On the wrong side.